literally fuck the entire medical system.
Because you are not systemically oppressed for being skinny.
Assuming someone can lose weight by walking is ableist.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be reacting to some more fat acceptance TikToks. Okay, let's get into this video.
Thanks for the question, but the BOPO movement or the body positive movement is not about insecurities. So if you're in the movement to try and be more secure, then that you're in the wrong movement. Go find another movement. Go find the body acceptance movement, the self-love movement, the body neutrality movement, the body confidence movement. The body positive movement is not about your insecurities, especially when 95% of those insecurities are about being fat. And this is just like from what I've observed with people talk about it. An example, people get insecure when they bloat. When you bloat, you get bigger. See the connection? So yeah, I don't give two fucks about your insecurities. Go find a movement that is not about marginalized bodies or fighting for equality or equal treatment. Find a movement that is not a socio-political movement. Find a movement that is actually about your own body image. Body positivity is not that.
I think it's funny how she said the body positivity movement isn't about, making you feel more secure and validating your insecurities, when in my opinion, that's all fat liberation activists make it out to be, validating their own insecurities. And no, fatphobia is not a political movement. Many people make it out to be a movement designed to protect marginalized bodies. And yeah, I agree that people who are, for example, disabled, marginalized, fat people, however, are not. Can we stop using that statement? Fat people are oppressed, fat bodies are marginalized. No, they are not. They are exposed to unnecessary stigma and ridicule due to their body size, which is in no way right, but that doesn't make you a marginalized group of people.
The idea that fat people are promoting obesity is nonsense. Promoting obesity is not a real thing, and it never has been. There are no multi-million-dollar marketing campaigns telling thin people to get fat quick, or a $72.7 billion weight gain industry in the United States alone, or government-funded initiatives aimed at eliminating the existence of thin people, or messages to thin people that if they could never be fat, then their life isn't worth living. But all of those things do exist in reverse for fat people. The entire concept of promoting obesity is a myth that's used to silence fat people when we advocate for the basic human rights we're so often denied, like equal access to health insurance, life insurance, medical care, employment, education, travel, clothing, or just basic happiness and freedom from living in shame and abuse. The only things we are promoting are kindness, respect, and equality. Fat people have always deserved equal rights and ethical treatment. The only difference is that now we're saying that out loud.
Fat people alone don't promote obesity. She's right about that. In my opinion, the body positivity movement does, however, encourage it rather than, promote it. Hear me out when I say this. Loads of people saying things like weight loss is fatphobic, going to gym is fatphobic, having healthy lifestyle choices such as a healthy, non-restrictive diet is fatphobic. So you can't really be surprised when people assume that you're promoting obesity. I'm definitely not saying that you are, but saying things along those lines of what I just mentioned doesn't really help your case.
And you wonder why we don't trust these people. It happens every single time. Every single time. This is from today. This is from today. Yeah, no. Wasn't fat rep. Was not ever fat rep. Unapologetic fat actors forever and only. Till the end of time. This is boring!
You liking Rebel Wilson just due to the fact that she used to be fat says a lot about you as a person. I don't really see how Rebel Wilson saying it's never too late to improve yourself as a problem. In my opinion, she was talking to a target audience, trying to motivate, actual people who want to lose weight but don't have the right motivation or even self-belief to do so. If you don't want to lose weight, which it seems you obviously don't, then just scroll, babe. Literally, it's not that hard.
The weird and racist history of the BMI. The body mass index is a mathematical equation that uses height and weight to assign a number that correlates to one of 5 man-made weight categories. The BMI was invented in the 1830s by Adolphe Quetelet, who is a Belgian mathematician, statistician, and astronomer who was not a doctor and had no medical training whatsoever. It was first known as Quetelet's index, and it was a mathematical thought experiment to determine the ideal man. The pool of participants used to create Quetelet's index was exclusively white Westerners. There were no people of color and virtually no women. Quetelet's work was used to justify scientific racism for decades to come and was one of the founding principles in what is now called eugenics. The BMI was not used in the medical world until the early 20th century when U.S. life insurance companies determined that they could use it to charge higher premiums to fat people. Many studies have established that the BMI is a poor predictor of health and is used to further discrimination against fat people.
Am I the only one who still thinks the BMI isn't racist, nor is it fatphobic? I wouldn't say that it's the only credible or like reasonable indicator of someone's health, but I would say it's pretty accurate. If you guys don't know, a person with a BMI over 30 is classed as obese. That person usually could be a weight of like 200 pounds and above. My point is, it seems pretty accurate to me, and the whole thing about how it must be racist and sexist because it was created by a bunch of white men is weird to say. Because the only thing you need to make something like the BMI is the correct knowledge. Race and gender has nothing to do with it.
People who don't have eating disorders don't spend a lot of time and energy wondering whether they have eating disorders. Want to know why? Because they don't have eating disorders.
I think that's a poor assumption to make, because eating disorders don't come from nowhere. They start off really relatively small. Some people are just a bit more self-aware than others. So I think it's poor for you to say that, oh yeah, that's the only way you could have an eating disorder if you didn't know you had one. Okay guys, we reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. So make sure to smash that like button, comment down below what your favorite part of the video was, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.